Hello everyone, this is Brian with Spacebound DIY. I just wanted to do a quick video to show you how to replace a broken primer bulb on this particular blower, the PB-200. It's going to be a similar process for probably any small gas-powered engine. For sure, I would expect any echo. I've got a few echo pieces and these are all kind of the same way. So why would you want to change out one of these bulbs? Well, let me show you a little closer up. So this is a close-up of the bulb. Over time, they just get dried out and brittle. And even if they're being used regularly, but especially if they're not being used regularly, you can see the little hairline cracks in there. And what will happen is you'll go to push on it to prime fluid into the bulb, and you'll notice that no fluid is coming up. And you continue to press on it, it'll just completely splinter apart, which renders the bulb useless and will no longer draw any fuel out of the gas tank. So you can see that there's just a couple of screws that hold that little retainer plate in. If you can get up under it, then you can get your screwdriver in there and back out those two screws. This one here and this one right here. Alright, so once you get your two screws back out, this whole plate, or this whole assembly here, slip right out. Now if you look, you see there's a couple of hoses attached to the back, and that's the hose that's actually going to push the fuel, draw the fuel out of the tank. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect that. Just slide it right off of there. Sometimes those hoses can also get cracked and brittle. So if your bulb is intact but you're still not getting fuel, you might want to look at those hoses as well. Alright. So just slide this little retaining ring right off. There's your bulb, and you see it just sets right into these grooves. You should be able to pry that out, just like that. Pops right off. A little bit of old fluid in there. I'll rub it off there, clean it right up. Alright, I've got a replacement bulb here on the side, ready to go. Just clean on the inside, don't see any debris in there. And you just do everything in reverse. See how that one compresses, pops right back up, no cracks, no breakage. Drop your ring back on and reattach. Phone light set up there. Kind of dark in my garage right now. Alright. You can also slip that gas tank out if you want to have an easier time getting this assembly on and off. And the gas tank is two screws, it should come right off. Now sometimes those screws can really get set in there. If you're not careful, you'll actually break the heads right off of the screws. I managed to do that on one of my echo pieces earlier today. It's kind of awkward to get down in there, but it's obviously doable. Reattach that, and there we go. Now, don't forget, we pulled off that tube. Slide that out of the way. Find our fuel tube. There it is. The vent tube. You'll find the nub for that is right back here under the bottom. I don't know if you can see that back there, but there's a nub right under here. Get that hooked in. Side. And hook it right into it. Slip that on. Alright, take the other side of this tube and slip it into the only remaining hole in the grommet going into the tank. Just like so. And that's all there is to it. Just like that, you've got a working fuel primer bulb You feel a nice suction in there when you press it in, hit the resistance, it pops, and then tries to draw fuel in. Now, obviously, there's no fuel in the tank right now, so it's not going to draw anything in. Just a couple of tips. Just be careful when you do this. There's probably going to be a little bit of residual fuel in there, most likely in the lines as well. If there's any fuel in your tank, then that is liable to get dumped all over the place and make a hot mess. So if you need to, again, you just pull out this screw right here, a screw right over here. That's the only two screws that hold it in. And then this grommet that goes into the top of the fuel tank, this little rubber assembly here, will pop right out. And then you can set your fuel tank off to the side, pour the fuel out of it, whatever you need to do. So that's it for this video. I will get another one up soon, actually removing the entire carburetor assembly from this particular model of Echo blower, and show you how to clean that up and get it rebuilt if yours happens to not be working like this one is right now. Again, my name is Brian for Spacebound DIY. Thank you for taking the time to watch. It would really help me out if you leave me some feedback or maybe click on the like button below. Take care.